Hey guys, it's Megan, and today I'm back with another sketchbook ideas video. This is by far the most requested video on my channel. I think this is episode like 27, so it's becoming a little trickier to come up with new ideas. So I thought it would be fun to start doing themes for each episode. This time, all the prompts were fashion themed. You guys know I hate long intros, so let's just get into it. The first idea is to draw how you think a character from a book, movie, or TV show would dress in 2021. Personally, I'd go with something that's at least 10 years old. I picked Massey Block from the Click series, specifically the movie, which came out in 2008. I picked something from the later 2000s instead of, say, like the 90s, because a lot of the 90s trends are back, and, that would have been too easy. So I picked this movie because I keep getting recommendations on YouTube and TikTok from Ellen Marlowe, who played Claire in this movie, which definitely check out her channel. I think that it is so interesting just to learn, like, how movies are made. I don't know. But if you haven't seen it, The Click is about two girls, Massey and Claire. Massey comes from a wealthy family. She's like really popular, kind of like Regina George from Mean Girls. And Claire is pretty much the exact opposite. Claire's family moves into Massey's guest house for some reason. And, Massey automatically doesn't like her, tries to make her life miserable. You get the idea. Very predictable teenage movie. Is this movie objectively good? Probably not. However, as someone in the target demographic when this was released, I loved this movie. I was obsessed with it. But anyways, yes, the outfit. I chose to update this outfit that Massey's wearing in the promo photos for the movie. This outfit is definitely very 2008. Personally, I was never much of a blazer or skirt person, but I do remember having a similar, like, ruffly top somewhere around 2011. I replaced the blazer with a Chanel-inspired jacket, and I replaced the ruffly top with this simple mock neck one. I changed the skirt into a tennis skirt, since those have been popular for the past few years. And I left off the tights because honestly, I just don't like how they look with the white skirt. I kind of ran out of room for her feet, that like always happens, but you can kind of see I plan to replace the shoes that she's wearing with some platforms with a thicker strap. Mostly because that's the type of shoe that I like, because if I'm gonna wear heels, like, they need to be platforms so I can walk or drive. I also drew her hair a little bit differently, because I feel like Massey would be the type of person to get curtain bangs, like, I don't know why. And I added a pearl hair clip instead of a beret. I always like to add backgrounds to my drawings. And for this one, I did an argyle pattern inspired by the Click book covers. I taped off a square behind her, and painted it with a mixture of red and white paint. Then I used a light blue Posca pen to draw diamonds on top. And when that dried, I used a dark blue Posca pen to add the final details to the pattern. I peeled off the tape, and here's how the finished page turned out. I actually really like this one. I had a lot of fun with it. The second idea that I have for you guys is to embroider a page. For this one, I wanted to draw a zombie type character so I can embroider on some stitches. So yeah, that's what I did. I actually just googled zombie Halloween costume and I based this off of that. Which, let me know in the comments. Did you guys do anything for Halloween this year? I kind of forgot about it, to be honest, like I had way too much other stuff going on, but I always like seeing what people dress up as. I actually did dress up as a zombie one year for Halloween, I think. I think it was maybe like 2015, and I just was too lazy to get an actual costume, so I probably followed some kind of makeup tutorial. Anyways, I gave her a sort of gray skin tone since she's supposed to be a zombie. And the Halloween costume that I based this character on had this like schoolgirl type of outfit. I mean, I guess I could have done something different, but I just didn't. I feel like for zombie costumes, it's always either a schoolgirl or a cheerleader, and I don't know why. I filled in the background with some light gray paint, but I still thought that it needed something extra. So I traced a lid to create a moon behind her. I actually have a tutorial on this, but basically you just fill the circle with a mixture of 3 parts black and 1 part white paint, and dab on some more white paint while that's still wet. And you can use a paintbrush or your fingers or both. To finish it off, just add a little more white paint around the edges of the circle. I ended up having some white paint left over, so I used that to add stars to the background. And finally, we get to the actual point of this prompt, which is the sewing. I threaded a needle with some embroidery floss and added stitching to her arms and neck. Sewing paper really isn't a whole lot different than sewing fabric. You just need to make sure that your stitches aren't super close together so the paper doesn't rip. Again, you just tie the thread in the back like you would when you're sewing normally. And here's how the finished page turned out. I originally planned on adding blood to kind of solidify the whole zombie theme, but it kind of already has a lot going on, so I decided to leave it as is. The third idea is to draw your outfits every day for a week. Yeah, so not gonna lie, I kind of cheated on this one. I only did 3 outfits, but that's all that I could reasonably fit on this page. And as always, for some reason, I always run out of room when I get to the shoes. I definitely need to get better about that. But I love prompts like this because it's sort of like a time capsule that you can look back on. I'll probably look back on these outfits in, 5-10 years and wonder why I thought this was a good look. But these are some of the outfits that I've worn recently. The first one has been my favorite thing lately. The tank top, the pants, and the shacket are all from Hollister. These pants are actually the most comfortable thing ever, like I'm obsessed. The boots are the Doc Martens 1460 Becks, which have a slight platform. It's a nice compromise between the standard soles and the Jadens. And the necklaces are both ones that I made myself. The shorter one's just a gold chain, and the longer one is one that I made in my fidget necklaces video. This second outfit was definitely an experiment. The sweater I actually made, and I'll link the pattern down below. I said this in another video, but I tried to make one of the Harry Styles cardigans last year, and that was just an epic fail. And, I wanted just to make something that would be successful, but this was so much easier. I literally made this in 2 days. And I think what I might do is take the Harry Styles cardigan apart and try to modify this pattern to make a cardigan. We'll see. I generally crochet something about once per year, so that probably won't happen for a while. I put a white shirt under it, and I wore a red skirt with leggings underneath. And these shoes are also Doc Martens. They're the Rometti Sanguine boots. I definitely said that wrong, but I love these. Again, super comfortable. And the last outfit is another one that I wore recently. The sweater was actually my mom's at some point. I'm guessing maybe in the 80s because it had shoulder pads in it, but I cut those out. The tank top's from Amazon, and the pants are from Hollister. They're a little bit shorter than I thought that they'd be, so I just wear them with boots and long socks. But yeah, here's how the finished page turned out. Let me know in the comments, where's your favorite place to shop for clothes? Idea number 4 is to add fabric to a page. I have so much of this galaxy fabric left over from my first craft room makeover, and I used this to inspire my drawing. And I'm sure this is a huge surprise, but I decided to draw an alien. Which, wow, I know, so original. But aliens are just fun to draw. This kind of reminds me of one of the first drawings that I ever did on my channel, which was this alien girl. Of course, I made my alien a little different this time, although really she's not too out there. To be honest, it's kind of a girl with green skin, but I think she's cute. Like I said earlier, I colored my drawings with Ohuhu markers. They recently sent me this huge set of 320 alcohol markers, which is insane. And as you guys know, I love my Ohuhu markers. I use them all the time. And at this point, I don't think that I will ever need to buy another marker ever again. This set came with these little swatch sheets, which was super helpful. They did not come sorted like this though. It took me 3 hours to swatch and sort everything. It was kind of a lot. And honestly, as cool as it is to have so many options, this is almost too many. It definitely took me an extra minute or 2 to find the colors that I was looking for. But it's still super cool to have so many options. Like this green shade that I used for her skin, I don't think that that was in any of the other Ohuhu sets, and I really like this color. But after I finished coloring, I used some white paint to add highlights to her dress. I wanted it to have that sort of plasticky vibe, I also added highlights to the hair to give it some more dimension. I ended up cutting this drawing out and gluing the fabric to a separate page. Then I glued the drawing on top. And you could definitely do a whole lot more with the fabric than I did. I think it would be fun if you filled in characters' clothes with different fabrics, or cut out other shapes from it. I thought about cutting out the planets and painting a background, but instead I painted a bunch of stars on top of the fabric with some white acrylic paint. And here's how the finished page turned out. I think this one came out so cute, and it's a great way to use up some of your scraps. So that was everything for this video. Make sure to let me know which idea was your favorite. I think my favorite page was probably the fabric alien one, or the one where I drew a bunch of my outfits. That one was fun to do. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos just like this one. My merch, my website, and all of my social media will be linked down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys later. Bye!